Hi, everybody. Matt here from Matt Likes Comics, and tonight we have the Superman Sunday Show, or the Sunday Show, whichever way you want to do. It's three S's. Go with it. Just call it Show Sunday Superman. If you Yoda, you must feel. Hi, everybody. I'm here tonight with my good friend and awesome Golden Age and Modern Age and all the ages in between collector, Mr. Steven Gentner. How are you, sir?
Aloha, nice to be here. It's always good to be here for Superman or the
I,
Superman family.
I really appreciate your coming tonight. You have one of the best Superman collections that actually rivals mine. Yeah, certainly
You have more than I do by
no,
far.
but you have the older books that I don't have, and that
Okay.
is what I mean. But where the rivalry comes in, you know, I've got all the. I mean, the books I'm going to show tonight are from post crisis, so they're
Okay.
more modern books. You know, you of course are here where you're going to wow us, I'm sure, with some stuff that you found in your treasure trove that you keep in the basement of your house, which I
Well, what I have though is uh, 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 when it's my turn, I will divulge what the method of my madness.
well, what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to have you start with some, then
Okay.
I will do some, and
Okay.
then we'll finish with you.
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
Just before we get into our books and stuff, one, I want to give a quick channel update with regards to the giveaway. We are 62 people away from 800 now. We are 62 people away from giving those. And by the way, it's going to be 6 prizes. It was going to be 5, but the last time I had Mark Mueller on my Tuesday show, we got him over the hump for 80. So I said I would kick in another prize. So I will. It'll be 6
Excellent.
prizes. Then one of the prizes will be Superman related. So it does have a bit kick on the theme tonight, and it's Golden Age Superman related. So for those that are very interested out there. Second point I want to make, my understanding is, Stephen, is that you have received your spinny
I
for
have received my. I beg your pardon, but yes, I have, and it's here. Here it is.
it looks absolutely wonderful, and it says game. What does the plaque say?
It says Monday Night Special Collecto 6 Best Live Stream, and up at the top is CBC Awards, and it
Those
spins.
It's wonderful. I'm mine is I just got the word. I did I blah, let me start over.
That's easy for
I
you to
just
say.
got, yes, if only it was. Brian sent me my tracking number last week, so I finally got a chance to look into it. Mine is at the border, so we'll see what happens. It's at Plattsburgh, so hopefully
Is Plattsburgh, New
it's
York?
on the border. It's Plattsburgh, New York. It's just under Quebec. It's just south of Quebec. It's on near Lake Champlain.
Lake Champlain.
We all right. So
Oui.
we will now take a moment to say bonjour to tout le monde qui est là dans le chat, as
Wow.
I say. All right, let's see. We've got Second Floor Comics here tonight. Hi, you're first. How are you?
Aloha.
And then the scoffer Kay Munin,
Scoff.
the amazing and soon to be our next guest, Robbie Josephs. How
Hi,
are you?
Robbie.
And let's see, Rob Saint is here. Hi,
Rob?
Rob. And let's see, we've got a lot of conversation going on.
Which is what
Comic
you
Mike
like.
is here.
Comic
Comic
Mike?
Mike will be with me on Tuesday on my
Cool.
Tuesday show. And let's see, we've got the Kryptonite Kid. Hi,
Hello,
Kryptonite
Crypto.
Kid. Good to see you. Boston Chris is here.
Hi, Chris.
He took off his auction hat tonight. Oh, why is that?
Well, there are 2 auctions going tonight. There's one on Action Auctions. Beta Ray Jim, he's having a bundle sale. And then Astonishing is having one. And I know that Bleecker will be there. And I'm thinking Whodad might be there as well. But I would much rather be here, frankly. And when our show is over, I'm sure there'll be time for them to kick a tire or two. And so, but I'm muy encantada to be here.
No, Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much. Let's see here. Jeff Jack is in the crowd. Hi, Jeff.
Jeff?
And that looks like to be everybody that's here at the moment that's in the chat. Oh, wait, no, I think I passed Susie. No. Yes. Hi, Susie. I didn't forget you. I did see you. I just got distracted by Boston Chris's comment. Hi, Sue.
Hi, Sue.
It happens. Oh, Rich is here. Hi, Rich.
Hello, Rich.
Good to see you. So tonight we are not really going. Yeah, see, here's Chris now. It's my fault.
we knew it was your fault anyway, and even if it isn't your fault, it is your fault.
Well, tonight's topic, I called it the thinking edition because I was thinking at the time about what am I going to call it, and then what am I going to pull. Well, I personally decided to pull some of the early post-crisis Superman that I haven't covered before. It's got some interesting John Byrne cover art, and I thought that everybody out there would like to do it because I know there's a few people out there who like John Byrne, and he actually did a wonderful job in the beginning of post-crisis Superman. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to give you the spotlight at the moment, Steve.
Okay.
And why don't you give us a view of what you brought with us tonight?
Fair enough. I started with, I have some Brave and Bolds that I haven't put out for quite some time. I have a lot of the earlier ones too, which I do seem to tend to show the earlier ones. These are all still good going through with the go-go checks and stuff, but through. Some of the other ones on the Neil Adams ones that I have from Brave and Bold, I had signed by Neil, and those are in a separate box because I had those. Hi, Chonko. And I had those basically slabbed up, and so they're all by themselves. But what I decided to do tonight was Justice League of America is a very, very cool title. And really, I have been showing, we talk about the Superman family. Well, this has Superman in it, and I've shown my early ones, 1 through whatever, at least 2 or 3 times. But I always stopped right about issue number 36. I stopped. I mean, in other words, up to 35. Mm-hmm. And then, but what I did was I took from 36, a big chunk from 36 up, and I haven't I don't believe I've ever shown these. And so I wanted to show, what I got. Hello, Big. And saying hi to Second Floor.
That we were talking about early. Hi, Brian.
Hi, Brian. So, Brian, maybe you could put in the chat and allay the question that Biggie Shack and some of the other boys had with regard to what we were talking about, the extras. So anyway, Matt wants that I should start, so I should start. Here is number 36 for Justice League of America. This is one of the most beautiful green covers. I mean, it is just spectacular.
Yes. That is actually one of my favorite covers in the whole Justice League run. You got the big monster, you got Superman, the Flash, Hawkman and Green Arrow, like front and center. You're finally starting to see a mix of the heroes that they had. They had like 9 or 10 by this point. So.
Mm-hmm. This one, I had a beautiful copy of this one, and I had a chance to buy another one. And it doesn't bother me a bit to have 2. And I bought these back in 1988, 89. This is when I started to rebuild my Silver Age collection.
Just a second. Stephen, sorry to interrupt, but we seem to have had brought a second guest.
No.
Yes.
No.
Hi,
welcome
to the show.
There he is.
I'm so sorry to be so late.
That is fine.
That's all right.
I'm glad to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I had to balance the 2 things. Family,
and we've got TM as well.
Hi, TM.
Well, Stephen was just in the middle of showing some Justice League books, so we'll continue with that, and we'll come back.
Very good. Right. Nice to see you, Alan. It's great to have you on.
Hi, Lau.
Oh, hello, Lau.
Where's
Big Lyle?
I'm not sure.
No, people were wondering about capsules, and the answer is there are none. And that's what I was talking about I actually got a hold of Brian because I said the boys are talking about something about capsules or books or something, holders or something.
Some extra prize or gift.
He said there were $25 gift certificate. They got, see, all primary channel winners got a trophy and a 25 Gemini gift card.
Okay. Okay.
I didn't get a gift card, but I mean,
maybe I'll get the gift card because I'm the primary.
Because there should, I don't believe there would be two. But if there are two, Brian, where the hell is mine? But I hope I didn't put I don't want to tiptoe around it too much. So anyway, but this book, I always love this one, and it is issue number 37.
Oh, nice. Another one of those crossovers. I love the Thunderbolt.
The original story with Johnny Thunder, and Johnny Thunder is an early character. Mm-hmm. He for some reason got hooked up with this Thunderbolt that I don't know how he got latched onto Johnny. The mists of time have obscured my vision.
Johnny Thunder was the seventh son of a certain person that was born on July 7th, 1917, and that made him special for the Bandasians. That's the name of the people. And he was supposed to be their king, and as their king, he got control of the Thunderbolt.
Fair enough, and he never knew
a pen or something that he would use to click.
He would use the word "say you."
It was CEI-U.
You.
And so he never knew what it was supposed to mean. And then so he would be in conversation, he says, "Say you," and then the genie would pop, the Thunderbolt would pop up. He says, "Where did you come from?" He says, "Well, you called me." He says, "What did I say?" So it said, "What I say?" So it was that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So this, I love it. But look at these. Marvels don't have this kind of color. They just don't.
Biggie Shack. It's the first time that Mr. Terrific was shown as a member of the Justice Society.
Wasn't his first
appearance.
Oh, wow.
Yes. That is so beautiful. His next appearance.
What Justice League number 12, I mean?
No, that was number 30.
No, the first one I started with was this green one. And this is issue number 36.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay.
Instead of showing the early ones, I was saying to Matt and the chat that I always show the early ones. I've shown them a couple times anyway. I've never shown these, so I wanted to show the balance.
These all look very minty.
Again, in 1988-89, when I started rebuilding my collection after I traded it all away, I picked out various titles that I wasn't going to get them all. But I wanted to get whatever I got in high grade because I was a completist and I had basically VG minus was my collection because, as you well know, if you're trying to have all of it, you can't shoot all of your money on one book because you'll never get the rest of them. And I was a completist. Yeah. So I had to I had to pick which titles were the ones I wanted the most. And the JLA was one of them. Okay. Here's a great cover.
Oh, yes. I have that.
And if I remember correctly, that's the first Justice League of America cover that they have all the heads on the side, the floating heads, which they started to do on every annual crossover for a while.
And then they have my son. And then they have the third because then when they have Earth 3 instead of just Earth 2. So there's
and it has the blonde Superman as well. That's the other cool thing.
Yeah, Ultraman or whatever. And I have another one of these. This one is that one's an off-white. This one is a white cover. These are all 9.4s, 9.6s, whatever.
I have a graded copy of it.
Here is the Ultimate Utmost in Comic Magazines All-Star. This is issue number 39, which is an annual.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, excuse me, an 80-page giant.
I love the 80-page giants. It looks like they're reprinting, Starro, so that's Brave and the Bold 28. Brave and the Bold, Justice League.
Justice League.
Yeah, Justice League three.
3 or 4.
Well, this is 7. That's another Brave and Bold right there. I think
Yeah,
that's
that's 30.
Oh yeah, maybe it's the one. Maybe it's 30. Yeah.
Yeah, no, because there's no Green Arrow on the cover, and the other tube one they have has Green Arrow in it.
That's a key book, the middle one. I forget what it is.
those early Brave
I
and
think
Bolds.
it's the first
You never.
Tanjar Row. It might
okay.
be.
Tanjiro is 4,
Oh, 4? Okay.
3 or 4. It's well, I got them covered. Anyway, here is issue number 42.
Another beauty, and that's when Metamorpho helps him out and says no to membership, if I remember correctly.
Oh wow.
Here is issue 43.
The Royal Flush Gang,
I
and
have
Superman is prominent on that cover.
that. Very cool.
And we're in Go-Go checks.
And
So how long was Superman part of the Justice League?
He was
since
member
day one.
Since day one. But what they did with the first few issues of Justice League and Brave and the Bold was they concentrated on the other 5 because Batman and Superman had so many titles.
That's
They
it.
started making appearances later.
That's
So
exactly
there were
right.
Very casual appearances in Justice
Yes.
League. Because I
Yes,
remember in the TV series that they were there, but that was different.
The animation and the comics do not necessarily coincide at this time.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a lot of retcons and stuff like that anyway.
Oh, I like this one. Sock.
Sock,
Pow.
pow.
Well, it's the first. This is the first Silver Age Sandman.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't have that one. That's cool. I have to look for that.
Here is issue 47.
Oh, I've never seen that one before. That's cool.
The Anti-Monitor was big trouble.
Is that what that creature is on the front there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the first Anti-Monitor, not the important one. That was part of Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yeah, I was thinking of Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Here's 49. Look at these color strikes.
I know.
I know they look like brand new stuff.
And Felix Faust is back, and I like that because with his magic, he can affect Superman. I always laughed how everybody used yellow stuff against Green Lantern, and kept Aquaman out of the water for a while, and always managed to put Wonder Woman in her own lasso, unless they started teaming up together, and then they were able to do it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Their Achilles heels are pretty weak. It's kind of like weird things like that.
Well, it's difficult to be heroic if you're omnipotent.
Yeah, that's true.
Here is issue number 58.
Is this when? Okay, so this would be when the Batman series, TV series, is starting to get big because Batman's big on the covers.
I like what Second Floor wrote, by the way.
53, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
What did he say?
No, because 66 was when the show came out, and the Go-Go checks were 66 to 67. And I remember that they started emphasizing Batman on all the covers so that people would know he's in the book and buy it.
The reason why these are all quite uniform in condition is because back in 89 or 90, my friend, who was the comic book shop guy that I was helping and was am a buddy of, got in a collection of JLA. And it started with issue number 14, that green monster that has the vials on the wall or whatever that one was. And it went from 14 up to 125. And it was all in one chunk. Original owner collection. And that's how I got all these. And it was weird that there were 2 books in there that are, I've mentioned this story before, that they're like survivors. They don't match up, but the guy had them. Somehow they came into his possession. One was the Wonder Woman, I think 105, that has the bird beak on it, the brown the rock. And Jimmy Olsen number 3. Now, why those two books were in with the JLAs, I can't even answer you. And the whole rest of the guy's collection, almost without entirely, and was a voluminous, was Lady Death.
Wow, Lady Death. Interesting.
You know, so JLA and Lady Death.
I like Lady Death.
Oh, I do. And and he's going through I can't tell you. Anyway, so then here is issue number 57.
7.
It's all about peace and love and all that crap.
That's right.
Yeah, it's very
Superman is actually not involved in that book. The only heroes in the book are the 3 on the cover, I believe.
Man, thy name is brother.
oof.
You know, I grew up, I had to go through all that crap and Earth Day and all that other.
We still do Earth Day now.
What's that?
Earth Day is still a thing. It's really a
well. It started in about 67, 68. They started, and at that time we were all going to be frozen to death. Then we were going to be roasted, and now they've solved the problem for all this hysteria, which is all BS anyway. Is they say climate change. Well, it's climate change. Well, what does that mean? Well, that means it can be hot or cold, and no matter what happens, you lose, and we're all going to die. I said, well, let me know how that turns out.
Mm-hmm.
Here is 58, which is another 80-page giant.
And I love the fact that Batman and Superman are front and center with the Flash and Green Lantern. Who also
now the Flash looks like Carmen Infantino. This is an Infantino cover to my eye.
Probably, yes.
Probably. Looks like the way he does Flash. So
yeah. And Batman
and
as well.
And Batman, yeah.
But the faces are the dead giveaway. You have the JLA number 1. You have the one where they're auctioned, and then that one with the spinner. Those are all later.
Yeah, and the one with the spinner, I believe, has Green Arrow in it. That's one of the first ones that Green Arrow was a member. The second,
By
I think
the way,
it was
Steven,
the
aren't you a hippie generation? Aren't you like the right age to be a hippie?
Mm-hmm. There were a lot of them when I was in Oregon.
You weren't a hippie though.
Was I a hippie?
No. Yeah. That's why I'm asking.
Now, was I a hippie?
I don't think so, but
no. No, I was the guy shaking the rake on the front lawn. Get out of my yard. Peace, man. Peace.
Steven was that
Here's
guy
a bar
at
of
age
soap.
20.
Get a shower, will you? My father said, the thing about it is that the beatniks, at least the beatniks were screwy. Hey, man, wow. And then they have the rhyming and all that crap.
Mm-hmm.
And espresso coffee. Oh, boy, they were good. The berets and everything like that. Oy vey. The beatniks were at least clean, Dad said, but the hippies are dirty.
Yeah,
love, man. Meet me in San Francisco, man. You're just going, just take a bath, will you? Or wash your feet, one or the other. Here is issue. I hope I'm not vague. I was an athlete in high school in football and in tennis. Varsity tennis, all 4, and then 2 years at football. I didn't go into the varsity. I did freshman and JV, and then on my junior and senior years, I said, screw it, because the coach we had was from the University of Washington. And what is the technical hotel term for him? He was an asshole, and I didn't want to have anything to do with the man. I wouldn't play for him. And a lot of my buddies said, "Well," and I was a standout in named in the yearbook and everything else.
Oh wow!
Place kicker, punter. No, I was. They named 3 guys that were outstanding. I was one of them. And then of course with tennis, and so I was more concerned about. I wasn't concerned about smoking pot and patchouli oil and all that other stuff. That isn't to say that I didn't frequent. It was always the record stores were always like head shops, and they'd always have the patchouli going, right? They'd have the incense burner going, and all these guys were completely stoned. And at that time, I worked to support myself. My first car was a 1967 MGB Roadster in mineral blue with Roadster wheels. Wow. I didn't have wire wheels. I had road wheels, which were the more desirable because the wires could get out of tune real easy if you weren't careful. With the road wheels, you didn't have to worry about it if you had bumpy roads and what have you. But I worked at Baskin and Robbins to support my car and buy gas and do all that other stuff and go on dates and what have you. Plus, the fact is, I love ice cream, and my friends would say, "Don't you ever get tired of ice cream?" I said, "Are you all right? What do you mean? Do I get tired of ice cream? Is there something wrong with you?" And but Washington
Thank you,
Park.
Lau. I'm gonna take a second. Thank you, Lau. I don't have the videos, so I'll use the bell.
I might do that on my channel too. That's a good idea.
What I did was, we would work there, and the lady we worked for was a Chinese gal. And so the boys, we were all the boys, and I was number 3 boy. I mean, I'm not trying to be racially insensitive. That's just the way, Steve, you're number 3 boy. Okay. I mean, I was the number one guy had been there the longest. The second was her nephew. And even though the nephew was there, the number 1 guy was still the number 1 guy because she was the business first. I was number 3 boy. And so they would all get stoned up in Washington Park, which is this beautiful park in downtown Portland in the West Side, and has statues and a monument to Lewis and Clark. I mean, all this really nice old trees. Turn of the century.
I'd just like to point out that this is the Superman show. The monument should be referred to as Lois and Clark.
Thank you very much.
Lois and Clark.
And but they would come down absolutely just fried. And then they said, "Can I have a taste of that, man?" We got 85 people standing, all with tickets, because, take a ticket stuff. Those, we hustled. We made a lot of money for them, I can assure you. We
Wow.
scooped up. My wrists were so strong from playing tennis and scooping ice cream, why it was just like steel. Here is Justice League of America number 59. A real departure, this one.
We will take a minute to say thank you to Chonko. Thank you very much.
I have a bell somewhere.
Who rang that bell?
That was me. That was me at the back.
This is the impossible villain. Boys, yours just has, listen to that excursion from that bell. Thunk.
How was that? That was good.
Oh, it's good.
That was a good one. I did it really well that time.
You sure did. Okay, here is issue number 60.
My mummy says I'm the best at ringing the bell.
Okay.
I don't know.
Queen Bee. That is an interesting villain.
Yes, I like Queen Bee.
I love the green cover. Look at these green covers. They're just amazing.
They reused
I had her first appearance, actually, because I thought she was cool.
They reused that character in Supergirl during the 2006 series. I'm gonna have to pull those out and show them at another time. Only they merged the character. She took over Lana Lang. It was really cool what they did.
By the way, Alan, I posted Lana number 3 today.
Yeah, I saw that.
Lana's last name is Lane. Lana Lang.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Stan Lee was not so brittle that he did not understand Lois Lane or Lex Luthor or any of the other L's that were going on, and so he called her Lana Lane.
Wow!
And by the way, there are 27 female girl type titles out of 55 in 1948, because that letter was in that book again about how comics are good.
Different titles, yeah.
Yeah, and so I actually counted them out and everything else. And then this psychologist that they got, I'm sorry, Matt, this psychologist that they got, this June Schmidlap from the Bureau of Children's Minds or whatever for the state of New York. And if you look at there's the cover, and then the first page of the first story in the top, right along the top of the title, is that this book was reviewed by Maxine Schmidlap from the Bureau of Children. Yeah.
And therefore, it's a good book for kids to read.
And that it was wholesome. And he says, show them these books. Show them that they're wholesome. Tell them that they're wholesome. Go out, take these books, show them these books, show them. And I'm thinking, God, Stan, get the kids, slave master, I can see what it was like working on the green team or the yellow team, whatever it was. Here is issue number 61, A Departure in Art.
Oh, very cool. By the way, this is why you need to be watching the Superman show on Sundays, because you never know what direction we're going to go.
Yeah, it's like all over the place.
I'll show 2 more and then I will shift to the next player. Here is issue 62, and this is another one, but this was quite a cover, I remember.
Blackmail box.
Yes, I remember this story. I have collections of the first 83 issues, so I've read all of these at some point. That was an interesting one. I just don't remember the resolution of the plot, but I know remember really enjoying it. And Adam had to do with the final part. So
That's cool. I mean, it's like these are ones I haven't seen before, so
Yeah, they're really cool.
I know a few
And
of
you
the
don't
earlier
see them.
but not the
no.
mid ones. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I will. That's a little bit, not quite half, but I've got the rest that I will show, and I will relinquish to the next player.
Which I will bring up next. Here comes Alan.
Okay, so I grabbed my adventure comics run. So
Very cool.
So we'll just start out with like this one. This is where they learn their secret identities by looking through the future thing.
Right. Very cool.
Yeah. So Adventure Comics. And I think you know this one.
Yes, I bought that recently.
So I told you I had it. I just like,
Yeah.
I was getting all the, like, I was really into getting all the Bizarro comics, like all the different issues that he was in.
Oh, now that's a cool one. That's cool.
That's an early 12 center. That's an early 12 center.
Yeah. And this is the Legion of Super Pets.
You know what? That story, everybody out there, if you haven't read the story for this one, you need to. It's actually one of the best early Legion stories out there.
Look at Saturn Girl's legs. Look at her leggings.
This also has the first Bizarro Lex Luthor.
Oh, very cool.
And he's a good guy.
And second Zod as well. Yeah, Lex Luthor would be a good guy.
The time trapper, the time travel bubble that they got from the time trapper.
Yeah, that's what that is right there.
But her uniform is bizarre. Look at that red and white. I always thought that was so funny.
Oh, that was the outfit on and off she had in the early times before she standardized with the red leggings and the white. The white stopped at the top, before the waist.
Now,
and then she was completely red under.
Now, this next one, this came out right around when they died, right? So this is like Kennedy,
and Monroe, yes,
and Jerry Lewis.
Yes.
No, Jerry Lewis didn't die back then.
No,
I'm not saying Jerry Lewis.
It's a big deal, actually, because what had happened, of course, Marilyn passed away before JFK did. Mm-hmm. And Marilyn had been gone for a little bit. And to be honest, that was a little, for what we know now, that is a little interesting that Marilyn and JFK were on
the same cover, yeah. Mm-hmm. But, and I think that's actually Bizarro Crypto as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bizarro Crypto is hilarious because he was in two stories that I can think of where he could talk. Where he's a well-behaved dog and could talk. Yes.
Oh, very cool. And then Conga, or is that right? Conga, the ape dude. It says on the thing Bizarro. Oh, Titano.
Bizarro Titano.
Yeah. I was trying to remember my names.
My biggest memories of Jerry Lewis was that we always ended up on Labor Day every year at my grandfather's because his birthday was the 3rd of September. And he liked to watch the telethon. So we were all stuck watching the Jerry Lewis telethon all day when I couldn't go outside.
By the way, I did not say Jerry Lewis died. I was referring to JFK.
No, but I'm saying this because Boston is continuing it on. He said he died every night he did a show, meaning he was using a double word.
Yeah. And you might know this book.
I do. First appearance of Matter Eater Lad.
Yeah, we just reviewed this book recently.
Yes, we did.
I was very disappointed. I honestly if he had eaten the bad guy, I think that would have been just too cool. He should have done that.
This is a code book. Cannibalism, not so much.
Yes.
It would have been so cool. Like, you could have eaten that one villain dude. Okay. And then this is the death of Lightning Lad.
Just to say, yes, Boston Chris, the first story in the book had to do with Superman. Superboy was fighting a guy who had trained birds to carry kryptonite.
Birds with kryptonite, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like sort of the Prince and the
Prince and the Pauper
story. It was an interesting. I actually liked that story the best. because there was a scene where, like, nobody made anything of it, but Superboy kisses the princess. And he basically seduces the princess.
Which is hilarious because he's always seen as clueless around girls in the Legion era.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny. I thought that was interesting. So this is the, as I said, the death of.
That is one of the only. That is the only book that Adventure had. I think there's one other where it has Superman and Super Hombre up underneath the disc.
Yeah.
Because of the North American sales of the Superman titles.
So yeah, it says Superman, Super Hombre.
Yes.
I'm not sure if I can get that to
Very
focus.
cool.
Yeah, there it goes.
Yes, that is that
I know
is
somebody that has the first appearance of Super Hombre, by the way.
This not only did Lightning Lad die in that story, but that was the first time you got to see Mon-El was brought out in issue 300, but this is the first time you got to see Mon-El as an actual Legion member helping out with things by telling Lightning Lad what was going on.
And this is a really cool one. This is first
One
Satan.
of my favorites. First
This is
Satan
really
Girl.
Yeah, and Satan Girl is actually Supergirl, but from another dimension, right?
No, she got split by Red Kryptonite.
Red, yeah.
And
I knew it was
the
something
difference
weird,
was
yeah.
the difference was the original had amnesia about the incident, and the second one wanted to live, but she had to get the Red Kryptonite radiation out of her to do it, and she was putting it into the Legion girls to try and siphon it off.
Yeah, and this one, all the guys are set up to die, right? They all have the virus, and they're all going to die.
All the girls, yes.
And the interesting thing too was they had the same thing. The Unknown Legionnaire was also Supergirl, where they, and she, could see through lead, but only because of the Red Kryptonite and whatever sort of a fig leaf of a plot device to get her to do that. So they used Supergirl quite a bit, didn't they, Matt?
They did, but you'll notice that she's not on the cover.
Nope.
No, she isn't. You're right.
Actually, the thing that sucked about Supergirl's early Legion appearances, most of them were only Red Kryptonite plots, or it was a girls only issue, so they brought her in. Like, for example, the issue where they try to kill all the boys because they got hypnotized by this woman, planet of women, to get rid of all the guy legionnaires. Like,
is that where they break the little statuettes? Where they're breaking the statuettes on the cover?
That is correct. Yes.
Yeah, I think so. I think I know that one too. And this is the first appearance of Dream Girl.
Very nice.
Great cover.
Now, didn't they make Dream Girl a trans later? Am I mistaken?
On TV, on television, yes.
Okay.
God, I cannot abide that.
So annoying. Oh well. So yeah, and here's another Bizarro.
Yes, this is a fun one where he's trying to create. He wants him to turn diamonds back into coal, which is impossible.
Alan, what year is that one? I think that was one of the ones from my subscription that my mom gave me. The wedding issue, I know, was one of the ones I got.
I don't know offhand. Sorry. It's February.
Okay.
So it doesn't say the year.
Let me see the cover just real quick.
It's
probably 65. 64.
That's it. It was 65. That's when I had 2 years. 64.
329. I mean, sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It'll be 65 then.
So I started mid 64 and I went into mid 66 is when I had the 2 year subscription. And because my mom got a 2 year subscription at that time, I got all of them for 10 cents. Because they said if you bought the subscription, you still got it for the price of 10 cents.
This just makes me sound like the biggest nerdiest person ever, but I believe that the Adventure comics with the Go-Go checks start with the killing of Starboy killing somebody with 342. If not, it's 343.
Yeah. So Jeff asked a question. I'm not sure if I should answer it because it might incriminate me. I don't read bag I'm really cheap about bags. Okay. I'm lazy. Okay. This one, you kept on going on about this book so many times that I felt like I had to get it, so I picked this one up.
Well, that was one of my white whales, for lack of a
It
better.
is literally a whale
For a-
comic.
I know, for a long time. Every time I bid on it, I lost it. Every time I found it, I couldn't.
Yeah,
For
the Moby
whatever
Dick was
reason, I
great.
couldn't get it.
Yeah. And this is where Lightning Lad loses his arm, right?
Yes, it is.
And then this is the
Yes,
Pharaoh Lad.
the
Yeah.
first appearance of the Fatal Five.
805.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great two-parter. It was so well done. Was that a Jim Shooter story?
That was Jim Shooter
Yeah, it
killed
was
off
a Jim
Pharaoh
Shooter.
Lad
It was his
because
first story, wasn't it?
no, his
No,
first
it was
story
the Hunter.
His first story was the one where they introduced Karate Kid, Pharaoh
Oh,
Lad,
that's right.
and Princess
Yeah.
Protector.
And you know what? I can't.
wanted-
find that
there's
book.
a
I
story
have it, but
behind
I
it.
don't know where it is.
He wanted to make Pharaoh Lad black. He was told no.
Yeah.
So he said, "Screw it, I'm going to kill the character."
So one
At
way to
some
do it.
point, and he did with it. I mean, Pharaoh Lad was only in for 9 issues.
Wow.
He was one of my favorites. And then he died. Then he had his brother or whatever, and they tried to bring him. It didn't work.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's another good story. The Adult Legionnaires.
Yeah.
This story more than others shows the rule about married Legionnaires not being allowed in the thing, because as they married off, they had to leave.
Oh, really?
This
Okay.
also, by the way, this also foreshadows Shadow Lass, Chemical King, and Reflecto, all who became characters later and all who died.
Mhm.
Well, sorry,
Did Shadow Lass die?
No, Shadow Lass didn't die. Sorry. They thought she did in one, but she didn't. Reflecto wasn't a real person, but the character itself showed up in the 80s, and they killed him off
Wow.
in a different way. Chemical King, of course, he bit the bullet in the 70s.
Well, you have a name like Chemical King, and you got to know he's one of those red-shirted guys from Star Trek on down on a away trip.
This is weird. So it's this is Shadow Woman.
Yes,
Yeah.
as
Shadow
adults.
Lass originally?
As adults. No, as adults.
And
So
also
my
take
point
a
is,
look.
No, but she became like this book came out before Shadow Lass's first.
That's correct. And Shadow Lass was blue,
Yep.
not.
So actually,
And
the
the
next
reason
one from the
Shadow
show
Lass-
is this one, which
Yeah.
is the first appearance of Shadow Lass.
And Shadow Lass is blue.
Are they the
because,
same
again,
person?
No, they're not. Shadow Lass is a you learn later that it is a name that is passed on.
Oh, okay. So it's like that's the adult version,
Yes.
and a different character, and then this is
They
the,
all seem to get the same power because they're all from this lineage. Okay.
Okay.
They're
That's
athletes,
the-
too. They're
Yeah.
athletes.
But again, she's blue because they wanted to make her black and they weren't allowed to.
So blue is as close as you could get. Is the
So
idea?
they decided, so the blue, this wasn't Jim
Compromise?
Shooter writing by this time.
Okay, that's interesting.
Well, they finally got to Jon Stewart, so don't wipe out.
Which adventure second floor? Because the I can give
I
both.
think it was this one that he was referring to.
That's 354. Because Pharaoh Lad is dead. It's like right after Pharaoh Lad died.
Hmm.
It's literally the next storyline.
And then Biggie was going on about this book.
It's a
First
great
appearance
book.
Of
It's Mordu, yes.
Mordu.
And here's an example that I was saying. Duo Damsel is practically throwing herself at Clark, and Clark doesn't clue in.
Well, he's got
Shadow Lass
Lana
too.
Lang. He's so tired from being on top of Lana Lang. I mean, what do you expect from the poor guy?
Actually, it's really cool because Shadow Lass, Mon-El, Superboy, and Duo Damsel end up in the 20th century, and they end up stuck there for a while until they can
Right.
defeat Mordru.
Oh wow.
And
And
Shadow Lass actually stays at Lana Lang's house.
Oh wow.
And Duo Damsel knocks on another person's door. It says, "I'm your cousin from such and such," and the person's like, "Oh, okay."
yeah, come on
Yeah,
in.
sure, come in. Okay.
And of course, we get to see Mon-El become Bob Cobb again, so it was really funny.
Oh, weird. Okay.
And didn't she have to put on makeup too, so she wasn't
Yes,
blue
because
anymore?
she had blue skin, she couldn't show it, so she had to put on. Makeup.
She had to
But
wear
see,
makeup.
Lana Lang knew her as who she was because she was a reserve member of the Legion, if you'll remember.
And Alan, what they do is they remove their memories. They had their memories
What?
so that when they wiped, yeah, so that when they were looking into their minds to see if they were them, they couldn't find anything. Mordru couldn't find anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll have to. I haven't read
This
that one.
ain't no crummy Iron Man story, okay? We got real plots here.
Okay, I'm not
And
sure what
this-
the key is about this one, but
Okay.
I think,
The key.
I think this
Okay.
is a Matt one where Matt says, "Oh, you got to get this book because it's death of somebody or other."
Well, it is an interesting story. It's the last. It's the second last appearance of the Legion in Adventure, and the
Okay.
storyline was it's Brainiac 5's birthday, and they end up doing something. Some villain does something and tells them they're all going to die, and so they're all. You've got 24 hours left to live or whatever. So go, Duo Damsel, for example, goes home and spends the time with her parents. Brainiac 5 is sitting there trying to solve how to save them,
Oh, very
And
cool.
so they all do. One of these things is they all do their wills. It's sad.
So, I always wonder what's the connection between Brainiac 5 and Brainiac. I know Brainiac 5 is good and Brainiac is not.
Brainiac
good.
was given, if you read some of the stories, he was given a live boy to cover up the fact he was a robot so that he would look like he was an actual organic.
Okay.
That boy was known as Brainiac 2. That
Okay.
boy was his direct ancestor.
Okay.
And the reason there's only 4 generations between the 20th and the 30th century is because Coluans are very long lived, and so they don't have as much children, and they like times between her.
Okay, Matt,
Or-
what happened? What happened to Coco the monkey? Okay, what happened
I
to
have
Coco?
no idea what happened to Coco the monkey.
Well,
Maybe he was shrunken out of existence. Maybe
I'm disappointed, Matt.
he was on a Seinfeld episode playing George. I don't know.
Okay, this is the one where they basically go through all her outfits, basically.
397. Great book.
Yeah. I kind of wish they I like the boots, the high
Yes,
boots.
second floor. Neil Adams did those covers. The last Will and Testament one.
This one, yeah, this is very Neil Adams like.
Neil Adams did the last 7 Adventure Legion covers.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, just a few more to go. You guys know more about these than I do. I just thought this one was interesting because of where she was poking the big sword.
Yeah. Well, that should bounce off her leg anyway. She's invulnerable.
No, but it looks like
No,
it's not
you're missing the point.
yeah, but
I mean, I say the point. Are
Oh,
you
now I
tracking
get
who's
it.
on the
Okay.
ground, my friend?
look at her legs. Her legs
Thought
are
about the
spread,
crowd.
and then the sword
But
comes
you know,
out.
it's a
Speaking
double
now.
yoker too, because you got this gal spread eagled on the X.
I know.
You
I
got
thought
this
was
gal
just a
spread
cool
eagle
cover.
on the deck. You got a big phallic sword coming down, and they say, "Complete your victory, Supergirl."
Yeah, I don't like her outfit though. This is like
I
the
have
worst
that
outfit.
issue, Jeff. What do you want to know about Ziggy and Zaggy?
They sucked.
They made 2 appearances. That's it.
And this is a very famous one too.
Where
Oh,
he's pulling
yeah.
her by the hair.
Yeah,
And the guy's like, "You're going to marry me."
yeah.
This was during a period where her powers were going in and out for whatever
Yes.
reason.
I actually
So-
read this story. I don't really remember. I know that she was going to get forced to get married to some alien dude, and
Yeah.
they're dragging her. Yeah,
Now, Alan, in Startling Comics,
Mm-hmm.
against Wonder Man, there are 3 villains. There's
Okay.
this robot-looking guy, there's the immortal general, and then there's this female Lilith from Hell or something like. They're the 3 villains. The guy that's up there that has the pistol that has the red and white belt buckle or whatever that is right there, the thing on his chest,
Mm-hmm.
that face with the huge eyebrow-like thing looks just like that general from Startling Comics.
Oh, okay.
That fought against Wonder Man. And I always say, I look at that, and that just takes me right back to the Golden Age, but then I just look right down below, and there she is being dragged by her hair in one of her,
I like this outfit. This outfit's the best. Like, it's
No,
really like
the,
surfboards.
The guy's emblem on the alien, the bridegroom, so to speak,
He's
that
got, like,
thing on
almost
his
like a
chest, he looks like the
Japanese rising sun.
Actually, I was going to say it looks like the candy you get at your grandma's.
that's
Oh,
right.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. I can see that. I was thinking more like the Japanese rising sun thing. But
Well, he certainly would go with the look because that look kind of looks like a little.
okay. I just have
like they
3
used to.
more.
Mhm.
This one you'll love.
Yes. I believe that's the one Kay Munion's referring to. 412 is
And
a
this
great
one,
cover.
has some kind of white stuff coming out of this cannon thing. I don't know what's going on
You
there.
Canadian boys are so naughty.
Hey, we didn't draw it.
What were
It
they
is
thinking?
too funny.
Honestly, what were they thinking when they did this one?
I don't know, but I can't believe that got through the comics code.
It's awesome. And then we got the first Black Orchid.
I
Great,
love that
great
book.
book.
This is
That's
actually a
great.
good story. I really like this one.
They just didn't do
Oh,
much
you're
with
right,
her.
Kay Munion. That is 420. Maybe that's what they were doing when they made the cover.
We got some Spectre.
Very cool.
And then the last one, which is probably the first adventure comic I ever picked up. I picked this up. I was really young. Maybe probably when this came out. So this is like one that I picked off the newsstand kind of level.
Yeah, that is a cool one. What's the number on that one?
473.
Yeah, 473. They had them Plastic Man and Starman, I believe, were 469 to 4. I want to say 479 or 478, because of they finished with Dial H for Hero.
So
and
yeah,
that was at least 10 issues.
So just so you know, at this time, I was only getting maybe Archie's and the Donald Ducks and Uncle Scrooge's and Richie Riches. And so when I got this book, I was like, oh, wow, this is so cool. And Plastic Man, he must be the best character ever. So I really was a big Plastic Man fan after this book.
Mm-hmm. That is cool. Well, what I did like about the Plastic Man stories in Adventure was that they were silly and ridiculous. They had cities with dad joke names and that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. It's an interesting, fun read. Woozy Winks is such a silly. Mm. All right. I promised earlier I would show some John Byrne books from Superman, so here we go. I'm actually going to start. These are all Volume 2, 1987. This is January 1987, Superman 1.
Oh, very nice.
First post-crisis appearance of Metallo. This is a full John Byrne book. I believe he only had help with the inks by Austin, and because he wrote it and he did the pencils. And this is where we're starting to see the new post-crisis Superman. This is just after Man of Steel. Man of Steel 6 was literally the week before this came out. So they went from one right into the other. Here's number 2, which I've always found awesome because Lex Luthor, the computer figures out that Clark Kent is Superman. And Lex Luthor doesn't believe it because he thinks that somebody as powerful as Superman would never hide his power as a weakling, so to speak. He doesn't occur to him that, that's just perfect the way to disguise himself. Luthor is such a strange man. Superman 3, the first appearance of Darkseid post-crisis.
That sort of trapezoid up top to hold the title, Legends.
Yeah. Yes, this was the Legends series because Legends was around there. But this is really cool. This is another first appearance of Bloodsport. This is Superman number 4. Bloodsport was on Arrow, I believe. And it picked up, the book picked up some play when that happened.
Didn't he die? Didn't he die in this issue?
He did. He died in this issue, and he died on the show as well because he was with one of the earliest Suicide Squads that was on Arrow, as opposed to a guy that John Diggle was involved with. And the thing is, this book actually spiked up to $50 at one point because of that show, and then it went down almost as fast as it went up. So,
yeah, it's sad actually. I like Bloodsport.
Here is issue 5 of Superman. It is one of the very first times that Clark Kent has to rescue Lois.
Oh, that never happens.
That never happens.
He did that. He did that a couple times in the Man of Steel series, but I mean, it wasn't a habit yet. This is one of those times she starts to suspect a little bit about Clark and Superman because, you know,
She started
disappeared.
suspecting Clark and
Long time
Superman in
before
his
that.
Superman 17 in 1941.
I'm talking post-crisis.
Like there's nothing that happened with Superman before Crisis, by the
Mhm.
way. Steven.
I.
This is issue 6 where Lois is possessed by the creature that came out and starts sending magical creatures against Superman. This is really cool.
Oh, very cool. So
So when he hits it, all those heads come out?
Yes. It's like a Hydra type creature that way.
oh, very cool.
This
You know how
is
the way to defeat the Hydra is you got to actually, as long as the Hydra is connected to the Earth,
Mm.
it will keep on regrowing its head. The only way you can kill it is to lift it off the ground and chop the heads off.
yeah.
And where did you figure that out?
That's the lore behind the Hydra.
Yeah,
I didn't
it's
know
not the
that.
same there because that's a magical creature that goes away when Superman manages to get Lois, unpossessed. Superman 7. Ravage is in this book. I'm not sure if it's her first appearance or not. I think she appeared in Action Comics first. Or sorry, Adventures of Superman first. But
So is that a girl that's stepping on him?
yes,
Jeez
Ravage
Louise.
She didn't
Ravage
skip legs.
was a scientist at Star who ended up, like a mutation that makes her, when she got mad, it's like the Hulk.
Oh, okay.
This here is there was a 3-issue storyline early on in post-crisis to explain how the Legion of Superheroes were inspired by Superboy, but
Why
Superman
does
had never been.
Newman not like Lois? I mean, Lois is awesome.
Okay, this is part 2. Superman versus the Legion of Superheroes. There's an Action Comics that's part of it, and Legion 37 from Volume 3 is also part of the storyline, and that's when they put Superboy down. This is when they talk about the Time Trapper taking a slice of the world, and Superboy is there, and that's where the Legion was going when they were inspired to Superboy, and it was a way to explain everything. I don't think it worked very well, but it was what they did. Number 9 is the coolest of the early Superman covers.
Oh wow.
And my guess is the Penguin.
Um,
Who's the Metropolis.
I don't think so.
Carl Kiesel is the one that did the inking on that.
Yes.
And Carl is a very gifted artist, and he's I have those 4 signed Kiesel books that will go out tomorrow to you, Matt.
Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. This one is Superman 10. Again, Kiesel is the inker at this point, but Byrne did the pencils. You can tell it's a John Byrne face. It's a John style. Here he is. This is Get Out of Metropolis Before You Destroy the first one of the many times that they turn on Superman because, what have you done for me lately?
Yeah, well, you only saved the world last week. Now you're totally useless.
This is the first appearance of Mr. Mxyzptlk or Pitalik or whatever you want to say, post-crisis.
Okay.
And he makes Lois fall in love with her because he thinks that that he thinks that Lois is his girlfriend at the time, and she's not.
So is this like late 80s or early 90s? Because
this is still 1987. This is still 1987.
Like the shoulder pads, like, oh man.
Yes. And here we go, Superman 12, where he talks about his girlfriend from college.
He like crippled.
Of course, underneath she's the mermaid. It's Lori Lamaris.
Lamaris, yeah. That's actually really.
However, he hadn't really appeared as Superman yet when she knew him. So in this case, she didn't stay with him because she felt if he stayed with her, he wouldn't come to his potential, and she thought, you've got so much to give the world. So.
Wow.
And the last one that the last 2 I'm going to show have to do with Millennium. This was week 2. They're just really cool covers. This is Superman with a whole bunch of heroes going after him and stuff. I can't really tell from the silhouettes what the heroes are. There were some from other planets involved in the Millennium as well. So,
Wow.
and then there's this one where he's with Hal Jordan, issue number 14. And I like it because it's a very colorful cover.
Cool.
So those are what I brought today. So let's bring us back to Steven and take us home.
All right, fair enough. Here we'll pick up where we left off. Here is issue number 63,
which is one of the best Superman Justice League covers of them all. It's pretty much the only one I can think of where he is the focus of the cover.
Mm-hmm.
Except maybe issue I want to say 73, where Superman of Earth 2 fights Superman of Earth 1.
Here is issue 64.
Red
You'll
Tornado.
notice the floating heads up top now.
Yes, I do.
That's the first appearance in the Silver Age. Right?
It's also the first
Yeah.
appearance of that Red Tornado, I believe.
That's
Yeah.
what he's alluding to.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but wasn't there was a Golden Age Red Tornado?
Yeah,
too.
it was.
Yes, Ma Hunkel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here is issue 65.
Gee, I want to look at the two at the front. By the way, Alan, this is exactly why they didn't have Superman and Batman in the early issues as much, because they were afraid this would happen. But I guess editorial got over it.
This one, this is the nicest copy of this bizarre cover I think I've ever. This was the nicest one. These are always seem to be chewed up, but what a bizarre cover.
Oh yeah, what is that?
The Chaos Maker.
Yes. As soon as you said that, I got it.
That's really weird.
Isn't that
it was
something?
Chaos.
Yeah.
I almost said Captain Chaos. Because I knew the name Chaos was in there. I just couldn't remember which way it was.
Here is issue number 69.
Where Green Arrow, Green Arrow accidentally kills somebody, and even though he's cleared by the police, it's that same old, yes, but we're better than everybody else, so we're going to kick you out of the Justice League. They end up not doing so, but they...
Here is issue number 70.
Do you know who did the cover on the Chaos Maker?
No.
No, I don't either, because Neil Adams didn't do covers for this.
What was the number?
Alan, the number was number 68.
I know at this point Dick Dillon was working on the interiors, but I'm not sure if he was doing the covers as well.
I think Dylan might have done that one, to be honest, looking at the art. When when he took over on Hawkman.
Pencils by Dick Dillon.
Inks by
Sid Green.
Sid Green. Okay, see,
Green, okay.
Dylan and Green came in at the end, and Hawkman the same way. And when it went away from Murphy Anderson, it was Dick Dillon. I went, ooh.
I'm not really familiar with those artists, actually.
Dick Dillon did the vast majority of Justice League books from like about the issue 40 to issue 200 when he passed away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This is issue 70 with the Creeper.
Very cool.
Here's
a lot of fun.
Here is issue number 75.
Oh, I love that one. That's one of my
The
favorites.
Black Canary joins the Justice League. And this one of the retcons they did in the late 90s was that because Wonder Woman was not was a later hero, she wasn't there when the Justice League was founded. They made Black Canary the female member, that the mother. You know how there were two Black Canaries.
Wait a minute. Wonder Woman wasn't when they founded the Justice League?
No, not in the 90s version. Wonder Woman, it was Black Canary the mother that was a founder, and then Black Canary the daughter, who is the one that we're
Wait,
familiar
why did they make Wonder Woman not a founding member? That doesn't sound.
It has a lot to do with the Golden Age crap and all that stuff, and it was a mess.
Well, she was in the original set. I mean, she was there forever.
Yeah,
I know.
That's what I'm thinking too.
I know, but there was this whole confusion thing that They were trying to. This was after Infinite Crisis, so they were trying to reset everything again, and it was just not. It was a mess.
Leave well enough alone. Here is issue number 76. This is another giant. They don't say 80-page giant, but they say giant.
Very cool. They're reprinting that one with the mirrors there.
Yeah. And that's
That's
when they are all scrambled. I think it's issue 7, I think was that. It's an orange cover with
One
the
of-
big 10 cent.
Yeah, it's one of Nate's favorites because of the body transformations.
Here's issue 77.
Very cool. One of the reasons, too, we're now in the period where Wonder Woman was powerless. That was the reason why they added Black Canary into the team in the first place, was to have a woman on the team.
You know, we're 15 centers now. When did it go to 13?
Yeah.
There's right after the 25 center. Here is issue number 78.
Another cool one. And by the way,
Oh,
Martian
Vigilante.
Manhunter's gone by now, too.
Yeah.
They have Vigilante there.
Yes, this is an issue where they save. They partly say. I believe this is when they save the 7 Soldiers of Victory. There's a storyline where they were trapped in the past, and the Justice League saved them, and brought them.
Here's
to
here's issue 81.
Very cool,
Oh, they're all crazy.
except Superman.
Wow.
You just don't really see these very much.
No.
No, because that
I never
that-
collected Justice League really, so these are unusual to me.
Here's
that period of Justice League was not a big seller, so there's not a lot of copies out there.
here is issue number 83.
Oh, that's really cool.
Very,
Is that Neil
very
Adams?
cool. No, I think it would be Dick Dillon. He did a lot of the covers back then too.
That's which one issue is that?
83. And you'll notice the JSA is up
Yeah.
with the JLA.
Yeah, and then what I liked too was they mixed which members were involved on a yearly basis.
Well,
So you had-
Wonder Woman's in the Justice Society here, Alan. See?
yes, because Wonder
you're
Woman on Earth One,
Inks by Murphy
Powers.
Anderson. That's why it's different looking.
Dylan Anderson. Yeah, that makes sense.
So it's Dylan and Murphy Anderson.
Anything that Murphy Anderson inks looks good. I mean,
Yeah,
let's.
it looks interesting,
He is.
He's a
I
good-
have
Murphy
just.
Anderson was the man.
I have 2 more. I stop. I go a long ways. I mean, I go quite a bit further. I go about another 30 issues.
Wow.
Here's issue number 85, another giant.
So you have
Yes,
the complete run all the way up to this point.
Not complete. I am a little spotty here and there, but this was that guy's collection that I bought in one shot, and I haven't felt the compunction to go. All the early ones I have, but the big boys. But as far as the when we get up to this level, when you get a little bit higher, and then there's smaller books. The covers on those, like the Freedom Fighters and a lot of that other stuff,
Yeah,
Phantom
please.
Lady and all that, those are really, really cool
okay.
covers. And that'll be for another time. And the last one, I will show, and I think this is a Neil Adams cover. Maybe I'm wrong. This is issue number 86. It's another one of these black. Look at the cover. Look at this color strike on this cover.
That is a Neil Adams cover, if I remember correctly. He did the odd cover. Because, I mean, you face it, these guys can't do everything, right? Like, even regular artists
Yeah,
end up
that's
missing
Neil
out
Adams.
for- Yeah, that's definitely Neil Adams. And again, Superman is the front and center there, and something's going on. And Batman is the front and center as well. Which is
Superman, Batman, Flash, Aquaman, Atom, and Hawkman. No Green Lantern. No Johns.
yeah, well, John Jones quit about issue 7, about
I
issue
like
16.
Martian Manhunter. He's good.
Yeah.
I collected Detective because of the Manhunter.
Mhm.
So I had 225 up to 326 in my
He
first
quit.
collection.
He had to go back to Mars because they discovered they finally found a way to send him back to Mars, let him go. So he quit the Justice League between 69 and 74. I'm not sure the exact
You
issue.
realize that Superman could have flown him to Mars the first day they met. right?
I'm shrugging my hands because I'm just going with the lore that as I know it.
All right. I mean, it's just I understand what you're saying. I mean, that's it. He was, but you see, sometimes they would exist until then. The Justice League was the great melting pot where they
Yes.
brought all all of the different plots together, and it was very, very good. And they all found out that one great panel where they all walk out of the dressing rooms in their secret identities. Like
Yeah.
Diana Prince, no one would figure that she was Wonder Woman. She only gal that's there, you know. I wonder.
Yeah.
I wonder who's Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I know that's hilarious. That was hilarious. The biggest thing I didn't like about the Justice League thing was when Wonder Woman got her powers back. There were 10 stories or 12 stories of Wonder Woman in it, and you may remember this, Alan, if you've read it, some of the books you have, where they were testing her to see if she could come back to the Justice League. And each member had to give her a test and say yes or no. And the majority of the members had to say yes for her to get in. And I thought, you stupid idiots, she's a founding member. She has her powers back. Let her back in. That was
Well, they
actually,
wanted to have a plot. They figured we're going to bring her back. Let's have at least one issue
but that
to
was
do
in her
something
book.
with it. It's just we got to think of something. You got to fill the bucket, right?
Mhm.
Mm.
I mean, like, and they had to, my point is, like, it was in Wonder Woman's books, not in the Justice League. It's like, why did they even test her? Because during the test stories, Wonder Woman was appearing again in the Justice League, so obviously she passed.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of silly. But
There was kind of a weak period there, anyways, where Wonder Woman didn't have her powers and she
Yeah.
had to learn kung fu and all this kind of stupid
The
stuff.
covers are cool. The stories are crap.
Yeah.
actually,
Or
I
I mean,
was,
they're not crap. They're totally
They're not as
such a
good. They're not as
departure
good.
that you maybe it was a master plan to take her powers away and then bring her back. See, I don't know.
Yeah.
well, all I can tell you, I had a small conversation with Lady Fantastic the other day, and she's actively collecting the Powerless Diana period. She thinks it's pretty cool. So
All right.
I think
I
it's
mean,
pretty
it's cool covers. I give her.
Yeah, I was going to say that the covers are pretty good.
I mean, it's funny thing is because she's like supposed to be like a ultra feminist at that point, right? You know, it's
Yeah.
like give up this
But she's
whole thing.
Maud. She's
And
Emma
then-
Peel.
And then the funny thing is she's in more bondage covers during that period than any other.
Well, she has that red cover. Her clothes are completely ripped off and she's been lashed.
I know. It's like
Yeah.
so funny.
Well, that was a good plan, wasn't it, Diana?
Hi,
Yeah,
Jason. I'm sorry, I just saw you there. Welcome to the show.
No,
we haven't
none.
shown none.
Zero.
We have shown no Lois Lane. She's been on a couple covers, but we didn't show any of her books.
May I just say to the chat, and Alan, I say this to you too.
Mhm.
If you get a chance to read my post, there's an awful lot of information that I put into this one my latest post
Okay.
with Lana #3, and there was a lot of history in this, and it was interesting to me that in 1948. The drumbeat was well underway in 48 to get rid of comic books, and it took clear to 1954 before they could actually, the code where then they finally had the hearings and stuff.
Mhm.
So, but the drumbeat against them had started probably even earlier, but there was enough angst. There was enough angst that Stan Lee put a full page to defend comics in the comic. And I've got, I think, about 2 or 3 of those issues, as you know, that have that page in it where he's defending comic books that they're wholesome. And this
I've
is
read that. It's been on. The pictures of it have been online. I've read that. It is the best thing he's ever written.
Well, I've said at the same time that he's a gifted writer, and it's very, very well worded. It is. There's another one that is a little bit more flowery than that one, but this one is a call to arms, which is a different feel to it than the other ones. And if you read that, Stan Lee is deathly afraid that they are going out and they're doing everything hopping sideways to try to have content that won't get zapped. And there are so few superhero books in their lineup at that time. As I said, it's very, very interesting.
Yeah, actually, I was because I collect Sodi books, right? I was actually going and getting all the ones where Frederick Wortham was used as a villain in other comic books. There's like so many times where he's like they'll have some character named Frederick Wortham, like not even subtle about it, like and they'll just have it as a villain doing whatever crazy thing. So
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to wrap things up here because I got to work in the morning, but I want to say thank you to everybody who came to join us tonight. Those that are in the chat, those who will watch us on the rewind, those that just sat and watched and kept to themselves. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show. The next Superman show in 2 weeks, that's November 30th, if you want to mark your calendar, I am going to have Comic Mike, and Robbie Josephs is going to come on and show his older Superman books. So,
very cool.
If you not doing anything in a couple weeks, come join us. And Comic Mike is going to join me on Tuesday, and hopefully everybody will be by to watch that, because he's going to be showing me some of his more interesting Bronze Age books that he's bought recently that he hasn't shown on his show. On his own channel. So I'm looking forward to that, and I hope everybody joins us. Thank you very much, everybody. My name's Matt. I like comics. I like Superman, and I hope you do too. Bye, everybody.